Your week is leaking right in front of you. Same 2 hours, same routine, and somehow it always costs 4. Not because the work is hard, because tiny tasks are dragging you into a dozen mental restarts. You jump from inbox to tracker to chat to spreadsheet, and every switch shaves off focus. Then copy-paste becomes a landmine. One wrong line, one missed update, and you pay twice. Once to do the admin, and again to fix the damage. This is not a time problem. It is a routine problem. Moving to slide 2. Look at what your weekly admin routine actually contains. You collect requests from email, chat, and random taps on the shoulder. You update a tracker, then you rewrite statuses in a different doc for leadership. You chase missing details because the original ask was vague. You send a summary to stakeholders, tailored to each audience. Then you file receipts, meeting notes, and screenshots somewhere that makes sense for future you. None of this is inherently wrong. The issue is that every step depends on manual interpretation. You decide what counts as a request. You decide where it belongs. You decide what the current status means. You decide what to tell different people. That decision tax is why the same routine takes longer every week. When the process relies on your brain as the router, the hours will always expand to fill the calendar. Moving to slide 3. Time does not die in the big tasks. It dies in the gaps. Searching across 5 sources for the latest version. Rewriting the same details in 3 places. Deciding categories from scratch every single time. Waiting on clarifications because the ask did not include owner, deadline, or definition of done. Then formatting the update differently for each audience. That is where your week gets quietly eaten. Moving to slide 4. Fix it by defining the real output. You want one source of truth, not a tracker plus a doc plus a thread. Every item needs a clear next action field, not a vague status. Owner and deadline are required, or the request is not complete. Your stakeholder summary uses one fixed format, so updates are copy once, not rewritten. And you preserve an audit trail, so you never lose what was asked, when, and by whom. Once the output is standardized, capture can finally stop being a creative act. Moving to slide 5. Now make capture automatic. Pick a single intake channel and be ruthless about it. One email address, one form, or one portal. Not all 3. Then set forwarding rules so requests sent to personal inboxes or shared mailboxes route into that intake, without you touching them. Use a form for structured requests so the basics are always present. What is needed, why it matters, owner, deadline, and any dependencies. If someone sends loose notes in chat or a meeting, append them to the same item instead of making a new thread or a new doc. And store attachments with the item, not in a separate folder tree, you have to remember. When capture is consistent, you stop chasing context. You stop rebuilding missing details. And you create clean inputs that can be turned into fields, fast. Moving to slide 6. When requests come in as messy paragraphs, the fastest win is turning them into clean, structured rows without losing the original message. The AI reads the text and fills fields like request title, who it affects, due date, and what done means. If someone writes, "Can you get this to Sam by Friday?" it can infer owner hints and deadline hints, then label them as suggestions, not facts. It also proposes a category and priority based on cues. A broken payment flow gets urgent and customer impact. A logo tweak becomes design and low. Then it checks what your system requires. If you need a requester name, an approval step, a link to the source doc, or a target environment, it flags what is missing. Here is the key. The original text stays untouched. You get the structured version beside it, plus the AI's confidence and assumptions. You are not trusting a rewrite. You are gaining a clean record you can act on, with the gaps clearly marked, so the next message is the right one. Moving to slide 7. Once something is missing, follow-ups should happen automatically, and they should sound like you. The trigger is simple. If required fields are blank, or the AI's confidence is low, it sends a short, polite question set. Those questions come from your checklist, not from the model making things up. For example, what is the due date? Who is the approver? Which customer is affected? Or, can you share the link to the spec? The best part is that one reply updates the record. The system parses the answer, fills the fields, and stops asking. If there is no response after your quiet period, it escalates to the right person with context, so you are not stuck in a manual chasing loop. You keep momentum, and people feel helped instead of nagged, which is exactly how clean weekly updates become easy. Moving to slide 8. Weekly summaries are painful because you are rebuilding the story from scratch. Here, the story assembles itself from the structured changes. You get a section for what changed since the last summary, so progress is real, not vague. You get decisions needed this week, worded as questions with the minimum context to answer. You get blockers with named owners, so nothing floats in limbo. You get risks and any due date slips pulled directly from the record history, rather than someone's memory. Every item includes a short link back to the source request, so anyone can drill down without pinging you. The result reads like a calm status note that respects people's time. And because the machine did the collecting, your job shifts to a quick sanity check and a few edits that add judgment, not busy work. Moving to slide 9. This only works if the weekly routine stays small. Give yourself a 15-minute loop. First, review the new intake queue. Second, approve or adjust the AI-filled fields, especially owner, due date, and priority. Third, resolve edge cases only, like conflicting deadlines or unclear scope, by sending a targeted question. Then skim the auto-drafted weekly summary. You are looking for two things: any wrong assumptions and any missing decision that leadership needs to make. Make quick edits, hit send, then close. If you keep the loop tight, the system stays trustworthy. You do not accumulate a backlog of, "I will clean this up later." You touch each item once, apply judgment where it matters, and move on, which is exactly why guardrails matter. Moving to slide 10. Guardrails are what keep automation from turning into chaos. Start with confidence thresholds. If the AI is not confident about a due date, owner, or priority, it can suggest, but it cannot auto-commit. The same applies to anything that creates an obligation, like promising a customer a delivery date, or scheduling work for a team. Require human approval for commitments. That can be as small as a one-click confirm, but it must exist. Log every change, including what the AI changed, what you edited, and the source message that justified it. When something looks off, you can trace it in seconds. You also need a fallback when the AI fails. If it cannot pass the request, it routes to a manual intake state with a short checklist rather than guessing. And sensitive data handling rules are non-negotiable. Redact secrets, restrict who can see certain fields, and block the model from sending content outside approved channels. With these guardrails, you get speed without surprises, and the improvements show up where you actually feel them. Moving to slide 11. Here's what actually improved once you tightened the operating system. Less rework from drift happened because work stopped changing shape midstream. You made the ask explicit, locked the scope early, and routed changes through one place instead of side chats. Fewer missed handoffs came from naming the moment ownership transfers. Not "someone will handle it," but "this person owns the next action by this time," with a visible signal when it moves. Decision turnaround got faster because decisions stopped hiding inside metums. You separated needs input from needs approval, set a default approver, and used short written context so people could respond asynchronously. Accountability signals got cleaner when every item had one owner, one due date, and one definition of done. No shared ownership, no fuzzy finish line. Weekly planning got calmer because the plan became a set of commitments, not a wish list. You limited active work, reviewed blockers before adding more, and made trade-offs explicit. When the system runs like that, problems stand out as patterns, not surprises. Moving to slide 12. Most teams break this system in predictable ways. Too many intake exceptions means every urgent request gets a side door, and soon nobody trusts the queue. Over-engineered forms and fields slow people down, so they either abandon the process or dump low-quality data that no one can use. No owner assignment policy creates polite paralysis. Everyone is involved, and nothing moves. Automation without a review step is another trap. It can spam reminders, create duplicate tickets, or close loops that were never actually closed. Then there's the summary written for everyone. If it tries to satisfy executives, peers, and doers at once, it becomes vague, long, and ignored. The fix is rarely more tooling. It's a simpler blueprint that forces clarity at the edges. Moving to slide 13. Steal this blueprint. List outputs, not tasks, so every request has a measurable finish line. Force one intake door, then standardize a small set of categories and fields that you actually use. Automate follow-ups first, like nudges for missing info and due date check-ins, before you automate decisions. Review weekly, then refine one rule at a time. If you want more systems like this, subscribe and comment with the one failure pattern you see most in your team. Automation. Scales work. Understanding scales decisions.